Welcome into Sports Pause. I'm Nick Lewis alongside Brian Schwartz.
Nick, we have lots to get to, so let's get it started.
Conference play is heating up for the fall sports teams, but the days are getting colder and winter sports are starting up. Thursday night kicked off the first of 3 basketball events to get Lancer fans ready for the season. So men's soccer team has a top scorer and a player named Eamon Whalen. Pretty sure you guys have heard of him. Men's ice hockey had a tough exhibition game against the Brock University Badgers, who traveled all the way from Ontario, Canada. Inside the People's United Center, the Bobcats get their first win, 76-69. I'm Nick Lewis, alongside women's basketball beat reporter Eric Kerr. Well, the most notable thing that I saw from this Bobcats team tonight is they really held onto the ball too long. Well, Paige Warfel ended the game with 17 points, Shaq Edwards had 14, and Michaela Morris had 12. Field hockey is on a 5-game losing streak with their last win coming against Georgetown on September 27th. With school starting and it being the middle of September, that means one thing for sports fans: football is back. The Hamden High School team looks to get off to another strong start this year after injuries derailed their season last year.
Last year's season, we started out on fire, and then, we beat a team that was a really strong team from the ECC Fitch High School. And then, we had a few injuries and things derail us, but, we had a great offseason with our program this year, and we got a really good, strong senior class, so I think it'd be really beneficial, and, we could have some great things happen.
They did so tonight against the Bassick Lions with a commanding 43-8 win.
My teammates did an excellent job blocking up front, stopping the defense, stopping their offense every play. I can't do it by myself. I'm just thankful that I had these teammates with me for all my years I've been here.
We're very sloppy tonight. Bassick really played hard. They're down on some numbers this year. Our program's been there before, so those kids played hard. But for us, we have to clean up a lot of things if we want to have the success we plan on having this year.
Next week, Hamden is looking to go 2-0 against South Windsor here at Hamden High School. I'm Nick Lewis, QNN Sports. A devastating result at Hamden High as the boys varsity soccer team suffered a 2-1 loss in the quarterfinals to the Greenwich Cardinals. Players were emotional after the game, not only because they lost, but because they're losing part of their family.
Pretty upset that it had to end so soon. We were hoping to make it all the way, but that's just a game of soccer. You win some, you lose some, and I think it's definitely been a fun year, the one that I'll remember.
Well, my seniors, we've had pasta parties, we had season games, we had other off games, and I played with them my whole life basically, and I'm just gonna miss them too. So basically my family.
It's always playing as a team, as a family. It's what we think most here. Always stick together no matter what. Someone misses a shot, instead of yelling, always go up to them, say, keep it up, let's go. And I think that's one of the most important things as a team.
While the team expected to make it farther into the playoffs this year, they believe they can run the table next year with the help of the incoming underclassmen. I'm Nick Lewis, QNN Sports. Well, Brian, following the loss on Friday to number 13 Liberty, the Bobcats traveled north to face number 17 Boston College. After trailing 1-0 at the half, the Bobcats gave up 3 second-half goals and dropped the game 4-0. Bobcats had 11 shots on the day, with 7 of them being on goal. Quinnipiac had 8 saves in that game. The Bobcats will host Villanova on Friday as they look to rise in the Big East standings before the tournament in November. Quinnipiac men's ice hockey brought 11 freshmen this season, adding to the 11 talented sophomores that are starting their second season. It's always a big jump from high school sports to collegiate sports, and some athletes show that they adjust better than others. The men's hockey team tied Brock University in an exhibition game and beat AIC 3-2 in 2 games. The game against Brock was meant to knock off some rust, and a lot of rust there was. Bobcats had multiple mistakes that led to fluke goals, keeping Brock in the game. These mistakes could be chalked up as inexperience by some of the freshmen, and having a large infusion of players into a team along with these players adjusting to college hockey, could be cause for some early season struggles. Now, I'm not saying that this team won't win, but if they want to make a deep run into the postseason like they have in years past, they will have to beat big-name schools and continuously learn from their mistakes. And now women's ice hockey got their regular season started on the road at Providence, taking the opening game 2-1. Alexa Hoskins got the party started, scoring a power play goal with over 3 minutes gone in the first period. Then Providence's Bailey Burton responded in the second period to put the Friars on the board. Over a minute later, Taylor House netted the game winner, put Quinnipiac on top. The Bobcats outshot the Friars in that game 25-15 to take the first game of the regular season. The Quinnipiac men's ice hockey team is scored outside the USCHO's top 20 poll for the second straight week. Leading the poll is the Minnesota State ice hockey team with Cornell at the number 2 spot. The 6-4-1 Bobcats received 52 votes to be in the poll, behind Maine's 83 votes. Traveling to Cornell on Friday and Colgate on Sunday, the Bobcats have a good opportunity to get back in the top 20. More hockey news: goaltender Keith Petrozelli won ECAC Goaltender of the Week after his performances against Union and Rensselaer last weekend. He saved 42 of 44 shots he faced in those 2 games. And that's Quinnipiac Sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.